I'm thrilled about Flash Player 10. It's, I've been with Macromedia and now Adobe for over 6 years at this point. I think Flash Player 10 is really the most expressive release of the player possible that I've ever seen. It's interesting. I think a couple amazing things for us. Flash Player 10 shipped in the fall. We've already achieved at this point 55% market penetration, which means we've updated the internet faster than we ever have before. And I anticipate we'll hit that critical 80% mark in the relatively near future. And I think there are a couple things driving that adoption which articulate why Flash Player 10 is so compelling. I think the first is we spent a lot of time in that release focusing on, in the context of video, performance and the performance of the video experiences you can create. We also added things like dynamic streaming, which enable people to do multi-bitrate experiences, and again, raising the bar for video on the web. But Flash Player 10 is not just about video. There's also a lot in terms of expressiveness that enables you to do things you've never been able to do before. So native support for 3D, so you can create immersive 3D experiences that are performant in a way that you've never been able to before. We have a new text engine. We have some new pieces of our graphic engine. All of that is really embodied to enable you to create things in Flash Player 10 that look fundamentally different than anything you've ever seen on the web before. It's just an amazing release. I'm super excited about it. It's funny, I don't think we ever anticipated the success that we see today with online video. I often tell the story of how video got into the Flash Player, and it was a complete accident. The architect at the time went home one weekend and came back on Monday and said, hey, by the way, I've added support for a video codec in the Flash Player. We're all like, huh? What? Why? But it ended up shipping in Flash Player 6, and I don't think we ever understood kind of what we'd seeded at that. And I think that that's often true with many of the most interesting and compelling innovations over time, and part of why I think being a part of the Adobe community is so exciting, because our focus is really on empowering creative, intelligent visionaries to kind of take our tools and take them and do things and work with them in ways that we never even considered. So much of the success that we've had with our platform is, yes, of course, some of the things that we've seeded, but more importantly, the innovation and the direction that the market's taken it in. It's very exciting.